through the silence. Never
The
look back.
noise, the
The
dust,
past
the
is my
dust,
friend.
the dust,
A warrior.
Ooh. Hey y'all, do you have your swords? Do you have your confidence? Do you have your self-belief? Then you're a warrior. Malta is fielding Amber with her song Warrior. It's all about overcoming the hard times. Are you feeling it?
I'm feeling it after the revamp. Like, that was some needed, like, augmentation, musical surgery to the song. Like, that's giving it real lift, and real power. And I think it's quite brave that they're putting the voice front and center. Like, this is very much about Amber's vocal more than anything else, I think. Which I respect. I admire that.
Yeah, I'm in love with Malta this year. I'm so in love with Ember. This is just a masterpiece for me. It's just a wonderful song, and the revamp was the best decision they ever made, because at the first it was a good song, but it was not that overwhelming. But now it's really there, and it's I don't know how to say it, but it's just a miss. It's instruments all over, and that's good. It's just a masterpiece of music. And yeah, and it's flattering her voice really well that she's not screaming, that she's down with her voice. So it's perfect. It's perfect. I have no words.
I'm still trying to get over Franklin not going to Vienna, because that was by far my favorite entry in Valletta. So Amber going in and then being fenced by another warrior, it's almost like I'm having to rank two competitions. Which is your favorite warrior? Should there be one warrior? And who's going to do well in Vienna? And although Amber's song is very good and she does throw a compelling performance and her song has been revised, I still feel that on all points she is my second favorite. So, I prefer Nina Sublasi to her version, only very slightly though, I must add. And in Vienna, will she do well? I don't know.
But Devin, how do you compare her to the other songs, leaving Nina to the side? Do you think she's a top 20, a top 10, a top 5?
I think she is... she's not in my top 10. She's not in my top 10. And I think she could have been if her trolls didn't keep spamming every wall going. I mean, her marketing campaign, I don't know if she's behind it or she's appointed people to do it, is actually driving people crazy, because it's literally spamming her every move and spamming her videos on, Eurovision people's walls. And, I just don't think that's a great approach. That aside, though, she has got a good song. She's got a good video. Not that that's been judged. And Malta, historically, certainly in the last 3 years, have come up with very clever ideas of how to promote this song. Flash mob with Kurt Kalea, then the backdrop with Firelight and linking it to World War One, and with Dr. Bezina, the park life, and so I think that staging could really breathe life into her performance, and that really is the deciding factor of whether it'll advance to Saturday's show.
There were several songs in Malta that I liked this year. I mean, Christabel, which was by the same songwriter, was also fantastic. I loved Franklin's song. But the staging of this is what really grabbed me. The smoke in the background added a level of mystery, and I think it fits really well with the melody of the song. The darkness, the light, because, this is about overcoming obstacles, etc. And so I think the darkness works really well. It was an interesting move of them to add the orchestral accompaniment to the song. It adds a lightness to what could have been seen as a dark performance from Malta, and so now I think it's at a place that will appeal to more people. I think her voice fits it perfectly. Hopefully she won't get nervous on the night. She's probably growing in confidence because there is a lot of love for this song. I have a feeling this is going to do better than people are saying. There's something magical about it, and she's working with Julian Attar, who is, of course, the magical songstress, vocal coach behind Gaia Calci, Federica Falzone, etc. I'm really loving this warrior. It's a different warrior, but it doesn't matter that they have the same title. They're totally different songs. And at the end of the day, all songs are about love, empowerment, revenge. There's only so many themes. So yeah, this is totally different from the other warrior. I like them both. Go Amber.
Yeah, like there are some things about the performance already. Like she will do the video elements into the stage, like the breaking glass, the violinist, the drummer, everything will be there, and probably this will really help her. I think it's all about the performance and about how will she be nervous, will she be confident. I think after all this, you know, with the vocal coach and with the performances, I think she will be really confident, and I think, as you said, it will be maybe better than many people think.
Well, I think a lot of things will have to play in her favor, like possibly the running order. You know, when you talk about breaking glass, I think Eric Sade. When you talk about violinists, I think Alexander Rybak. When you talk about warrior, I think Nina Sublati. I mean, none of those themes particularly leap out as being particularly unique to her. And I think that is worrying. In addition to Malta not being a sail-through country with a history of Eurovision, you know, successes, I don't think, you know, I'd be quite curious to hear what Angus thinks, because personally, it's dicey for me.
I mean, I think she has a good draw in the second semi-final. I do think her voice stands out from the pack in terms of power. I think the vocal performance at the national election was ropey. I do think it was weaker there, but she's got time to improve on that. And the revamp has really helped lift this song. I think it is in the weaker half of that semi-final, which will help it stand out. And it does make it into my top 20 this year. I think they should make the grand final. I think it's a good effort. I just think really strategically having it released so early has really hurt this song in people's estimations. I think if Malta had picked in like March, they would be kind of much higher up in people's estimations, whereas picking in like October or November, like whenever it was, like 6 months ago nearly now, it's kind of had time to lose its gloss, which I think is why Nina is so, I guess, much more rated, because she's much more current, whereas Malta have had this song for ages, which is probably, I don't know, the reason why she gets ranked lower than Nina.
We should remember, though, that the vast majority of voters are not diehard Euro fans like us, so they'll be hearing it for the first time, which hopefully bodes well for Amber. Let's go around and give our scores out of 10, starting with Debin.
Well, Amber, I'm going to give Amber from Malta a 6.5, because she has improved vocally, the song has improved vocally, and guess what? My score may even improve later on in the game.
Yeah, guess what? I'm giving it a 10 out of 10 because it's my favorite of this year's Eurovision, and it's not about that I love Malta or I love Amber. It's just the perfect song for me. It fits perfectly together, the instruments, the vocals, the staging probably as well. So I think it really depends on the staging and how she will sing live, but maybe, yeah, I think she will place top 10, and yeah, good luck, Amber. I love you.
I think for me it is a 6. I feel kind of like Maria Yaremchuk, this maybe needs one more revamp to really kind of go perfect. And I think in the event that Malta does revise it again, it could go up on my estimations. I just think there's just something not quite right here. There's like one missing element, and they improved on that in the revamp, but there's still something that kind of lets it down against the other songs in this year's contest.
Yeah. I'm gonna give this a 7, reserving the right to raise my score later because I think this is gonna be fantastic on stage. I think she's got a unique voice. It's a good voice, but it's also just unique. I haven't heard a voice like this. There's a Maltese quality. I don't know if that makes any sense, but something about it seems very real and organic to the sunny island of Malta. Why are you laughing? I'm being serious.
Because you're so vague!
I am being serious. I love this song. I love Amber. I love the people of Malta, but I'm not voting on that. I'm voting on the song, and she gets a 7. Well done.